Welcome fellow gamer, I'm Dune Mountain, and in today's video we are going to explore the complex healing system in grayzone. Are you tired of dying in battle? Well, in this video I'm going to explain all the possible wounds that you can have, see some icons and their meanings, all the healing gear that you can have, how to use heals on you and on your friends, and also what is the best healing gear that you can have on you all the time. And after this video I can assure you that you will die less, because you will be armed with the healing knowledge that will make all the difference between dying and living in the jungles of grayzone. First, let's start with the health bar. Grayzone, like all FPS games, has a health bar, but in this game is called blood bar. That basically shows you how much blood you still have, instead of the health bar that you are used to. At its maximum, you can have 5.5 liters of blood, that eventually can come down due to the blood loss. You will lose blood, of course, after your character is injured by a bullet or stab. But after treating the wound that is causing your blood loss, the blood levels will come back up again by itself. If you didn't lose too much blood after treating your wound, you should get back at 100% health. But if the blood loss was too great, your blood levels will rise, but it will not get back again at 100%. Don't worry, there is a way to get back again your health at 100% that I'm going to explain later on. And also, in case that you are wounded and you are bleeding, you will have a screen effect of blood on the edges of your screen, and also blurriness, coughing, fatigue, between other status effects. And more of your blood you lose, these effects will cover more and more of your screen. But more important, after reaching 2 liters of blood left, you will enter into a coma. You will not be dead, but close to it, at least if anybody else treats your wounds quickly. Just after, you have the hydration bar. This bar shows you your level of hydration, and even that you can let it go down a good amount without harming you, it's preferable that you hydrate yourself often, because in case of blood loss, if your character is hydrated, your blood levels will rise faster. Not only that, but all side effects can also disappear quicker if you are hydrated. In case of dehydration, it will take more time, of course. So always bring water with you, or try to find in the open world or dead NPCs bottles of water or other drinks. Next, you have the energy bar, that as the hydration bar has almost the same function. When you are full, the regen of blood after a blood loss and all other symptoms that come with will be faster. But if you are low on energy, the regen of blood lost will be done slower. Not only that, but the energy bar can also impact your stamina bar regen. And again, you can bring your own food or find food in the open world or dead NPCs. So basically all 3 stats, they are connected and they will impact one another. Now, let's first talk about how to identify what kind of wound you have and afterwards how to treat them. At the start, the wound system can seem overwhelming for players, but after you understand what is what, it will become very easy to identify the problem and the solution of your problem. So first, after being wounded, on the top left corner of your screen, you will see on your character model indicating the area where you were shot or stabbed. And next to it, you will have the symbols of the status effects that come with the wound, like for example bleeding, coughing, fatigue, and more. But to have a more detailed info about the wound, you should go to the character healing section, where you will see an X-ray image of your character. In there, you will see a little markers that can be in red, purple or green. Red markers mean that the shot or stab that you suffer hit your body, or because it passed through your armor or simply hit you on an unprotected area of your body. In that case, you will have to treat the wound. The urgency of the treatment will depend on how much blood you are losing. Purple markers means that the shot or stab was stopped by your armor and you are only bruised, but your character can suffer from the impact. In this case, you will only have status effect, meaning that no urgent treatment will be needed. Only if you want to treat status effect that normally disappear after a couple of minutes on their own. Then you have the green markers, that mean that you already treated the wound, and after some time the green marker will disappear. In this case, you can still have status effect that you can treat if you can, but eventually they will disappear by its own after a couple of minutes. The markers only show where you were hit, but in grayzone you also have an organ damage system, that depending on the area where you were hit, you can also have organs destroyed. In the same menu, if your character was hit by a shot or stab in the vital organs, they will appear on the X-ray image in yellow or orange. The only organs that can be destroyed in grayzone are brain, heart, liver and lungs. Normally, if you get a direct hit on the brain or heart, you will die immediately, but in some cases you can get a partial hit that is not enough to kill you, but it will require immediate attention and healing. And finally, you have the bone system. Broken bones can be caused by impact or by falling. In grayzone, you only have leg and arm bones. And again, in the same healing menu, you can see on the X-ray image in yellow what bone is broken and heal yourself. So now, let's first see all the medic equipment in grayzone that you have access. You have bandages, tourniquets, splits, surgery kits, blood bags, pills and stimulators. Bandages come in package of 4, and you also have gauze in packages of 3. Bandages and gauze are used to treat small wounds, but they can also stop bleeding if you need. Next you have tourniquets, that you can have in packages of 1, 3 or 5. The only use of tourniquets is to stop bleeding. Next you have splints, that you can have in packages of 1 or 3. Splints are only used to treat broken bones. If you have a broken leg and you start the healing animation, you will notice that your character will apply the split on your arm. But you don't need to worry about that. The animation is always going to be on your arm, but actually it will heal your broken bone even if it's on your leg. Next, you have the blood bags that you have in 2 varieties. In 2 times 500 ml that you can use 2 times, or the 1 time 500 ml that you can only use 1 time. Blood bags are used to restore your blood levels. Yes, like I said before, blood levels they go up by itself after the bleeding is treated. But in case of a massive blood loss, your body will only restore a percentage of the blood lost, and the rest you will have to use the blood bags. But even that you didn't lose too much blood and you have the capacity of restoring at 100% your blood levels, you can also use the blood bag to accelerate the process. Next, you have the pills. You can have Melox, Ibalin, Ki and charcoal. The Melox and Ibalin, you can use it for the treatment of status effects like coughing, pain and more. But for the Ki pills, its only use is if you have received high doses of radiation. For the moment, I don't think that you will really need to bring with you Ki meds. Then you have the charcoal, that is used in case of intoxication. Normally, intoxications in grayzone is due to the overuse of stimulants. Next, you have stimulants like the e-drink or coffee that can alter the HHS behavior with some benefits and also some drawbacks. They can give you more stamina and regen, but also slow down the recovery of intoxications. They also have the capacity of hydrating and augmenting the energy levels at the same time. Next, you have the surgery kits, that you can have the small one that you can use 3 times or the big one that you can use 6 times. Surgery kits are only used for treat all organs that are in need of repair. So now let's finally see how to use all the medic equipment that you have. There is a couple of different ways to use the meds. You can go to the healing menu and drag your bandages, tourniquets and all other meds and drop directly on the X-ray image, and your character will start the healing process. Another way of healing is that you can go to the inventory menu of your character and click with the right mouse on the medic item that you need, and then it will open a text box where you can click on use, and your character will start the animation of healing. But I think that the most quick and easiest way to heal yourself is by using hotkeys. Normally, the standard hotkey for the healing is the H key. but you can change it for any key that you want. And the only thing that you have to do is press the hotkey that will open all the mats that you have at your disposal, then select the mat that you want by using the wheel mouse and click again on the hotkey that you have assigned for healing. And that's it! No need for you to open menus and try to find your mats between all your stuff in your inventory. But before I go, I still want to give you some important tips about using mats that you have to know about. First, all medic equipment that you want to use with your hotkeys can only be used if they are on one of your containers with the lightning bolt symbol. That is your belt, chest armor and your back pocket. If you have your meds in the safe box, they will not work and you will not be able to heal yourself. Also, if you want to revive a fallen teammate, the same applies. All medical items have to be on the same containers. Speaking of revives, to execute a revive to a friend, first you have to analyze your friend's body. Then, after a couple of seconds, it will open a menu where you can select the treatment that you want. Another good tip on healing friends is if you have a wound that is bleeding, it will take more time if you heal yourself than if you let your friend heal you. It actually makes a lot of sense. Your friend will deliver a quicker healing than if he was yourself doing it. So if you play with a friend and you are on the hurry, let your friend heal you and you just give cover for him. Another good tip is that it's preferable that you use small surgical kits, because you will save one square space in your inventory. Another excellent tip is that you should use MFAC bags. They will use 1 square of space in your inventory, but inside you will have 2 square spaces to bring your meds with you. And at the same time, you are maximizing your inventory capacity. Another tip is to use only tourniquets to stop bleedings, because using tourniquets takes less time to heal than using bandages. And only when you are in a safe place, use the bandages for healing the wound, if the wound persists. Another tip is when you get shot or stabbed and the wound starts bleeding. You can see quickly the level of severity of your bleeding by looking on the top left corner of your screen and look for the droplet of blood icon that appears. If you have only a drop, your blood loss is not severe and you can wait a couple of minutes before you die. But if you see 2 or 3 droplets of blood in the icon, then you must heal yourself as quick as possible. More droplets means more of your blood you are losing. And with this, we end the healing system review, and please consider to comment on the comment section if this video helped you, or if you have found another or better way of healing yourself. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if so, please click on the like or dislike button that will help this channel and other players to find this video. And if you don't want to miss future content, please consider to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to receive notifications from future videos. And I will see you on my next video, but until then, have a nice day, good gaming, Toon Mountain out.